Now to some other news. A London, Ontario walkout is being planned at Western University this Friday by students who say they want the school to take greater action in the wake of sexual assault allegations. There have been 3 sexual assault complaints involving 4 female students in the last week. One male suspect was arrested by university police and transferred to London police. So far, no charges have been laid. Police say they are investigating reports on social media that up to 30 female students were allegedly drugged and sexually assaulted on campus, but so far they have not received any complaints on that. With me now is Emily Poirier and Hayden Van Neck. They are the co-organizers of the Western Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Walkout. Good morning to the two of you. Emily, I'm going to begin with you. Why did you want to be organizing this walkout protest on Friday? What's the message you want to send?
Honestly, this is really in response to how I have personally felt and how a lot of women have felt on campus since the incidents that happened this weekend. A lot of women that I know on campus feel extremely unsafe, regardless of whether they are survivors of sexual violence previously or just generally living in the world as a woman is really scary. And so this is, 1, to show solidarity with other survivors, 2, to show that this is not something that we will tolerate on our campus, and also to push Western to take really serious steps to ensure that this doesn't happen anymore. Because this is something that happens every year. Every year we hear reports of sexual violence during O Week, and it's not something we should have to tolerate anymore. So we really hope that this will help push for real, tangible change.
Hayden, do you feel safe on the Western campus?
Personally, I have had experiences that have caused me to feel unsafe, and this has furthered my anxieties about walking on campus alone. I know a lot of people, especially first years, have reached out to me as I run the Instagram for the walkout, and they've expressed that they don't even feel safe going to their classes. They don't want to leave their dorms, especially those that live in MedSid. So no, I don't feel that we're being protected in the ways that we could be at the moment, and we're hoping to increase protections for students.
And Emily, what would that look like?
So a big part of that for us is pushing for increased sexual and gender-based violence training for staff, for faculty, for students, because we feel often, when disclosures happen, they aren't taken seriously, they aren't handled in a way that is appropriate and that protects survivors. And also we really want to push for increased clarity with what the reporting process looks like. A lot of people on campus don't know what to do if they are sexually assaulted, if they do have suffered gender-based violence. And so really having that increased clarity, and also having Western really take active accountability for our safety, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are supposed to be protecting us, and we don't feel that they're currently doing that.
Okay, Hayden, Emily's response leads nicely into my question for you, which is, if there were in fact 30 women who were assaulted, why do you think that they're not coming forward and making a formal complaint, reporting what happened to them?
I think a lot of people are disenchanted with the reporting process on campus. I think that a lot of people are unaware of the reporting process, and then once they get into it, they're not really satisfied with how it's being handled. I know personally I've been through the reporting process, and it did not live up to my standards, and I think that has been spread to a lot of women on campus who have experienced this, and people saying that they're not going to do anything. As well as there's a lot of disenchantment with police, so for especially people that are minorities. So I don't think anyone really wants to be talking to them at the moment. And yeah, I think we need to go about creating more sensitive approaches for reporting, because not everyone wants to work with the police.
Emily, you want to add your thoughts to that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with what Hayden said. I definitely think that there are a lot more people who have suffered sexual violence on campus. And I've seen, I run the Twitter account, and I've seen a lot of alumni who have said that they have suffered sexual violence on Western's campus in the past 5, 6, 7 years when they were students here. And they didn't report because there has been a long-standing problem here about Western not taking this seriously. And for survivors, having to recount their trauma is already traumatic enough, and having to do it multiple times just re-traumatizes them. So if they don't feel that they're going to be taken seriously, if they're going to be re-traumatized, if they're not going to be actively protected by the school, then why would they do it? Because for a lot of them, it isn't worth the trauma they're putting themselves through again.
And last question for you, Hayden. Is this connected in large part to Frosh Week? We know people are partying a lot more before classes start. Do you think that these assaults are happening within the residences? What's your take on that?
I think that this is a campus-wide issue. It's not necessarily confined to O Week and Frosh Week and the partying that occurs there. There's parties throughout the entire year, and there's parties across campus. I think that Western party culture facilitates rape culture, and we need to address this problem because we need to prevent situations happening like this in the future. This isn't an isolated incident. Obviously, we've seen a lot of accounts of sexual assault happening on this campus. It's not just last week, it's not just this year, and yeah, we need to address that.
Hayden Van Neck, Emily Poirier, thank you so much. Both of these women are organizing the Western Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Walkout on Friday. Really appreciate your time with us this morning. All the best, and we're going to continue, of course, to follow this story.